All right then, we will say good day to all of you downline, our little chokies, referring to the idea of your artichoke, which has many layers that need to be pulled away in order to find the heart. Let us go on a journey now together for the idea that we have initiated with you of the cryptic experience for those that wish to go on the shamanistic journey and allow themselves to ground and connect more to what you call the natural world as your natural selves. Let me remind you first and foremost of the idea of the first phase of the forest path that we have explained to you as meditating for at least 15 of your minutes as you count time, with your back to a tree, connecting with your energy and facing a body of water, whether it be a stream or a babbling brook or a lake or a sea, doesn't matter. The idea being that you are connecting with your hand to the ground and allowing your energy and mentality to extend your consciousness below ground into the root system and the mycelial network that connects all the trees along which they share nutrients and energy and information with each other to become one organism, so that you can begin to bond with them in that way and start to really receive more clearly the communications along the forest path of all of the consciousness expressing itself as trees and flowers and streams and rocks and sky. All of the growing things of the earth itself, and connecting into Gaia in that way. But now we would like to introduce the first step in the next phase, which we call the animal path, this being the springtime of change, and in the fall coming up with the idea of the next change in your seasons, at that time introducing you to the elemental path. And as the Bashar has explained to some degree, the idea that there are 3 steps to each of the 3 phases for a completion total of 9 to allow you to go through the cryptic phase in that way, and then move on eventually to the nocturnal phase for those again who wish to follow this path and increase their sensitivity to the idea of higher frequency energies and those communications that exist all around every single one of you all the time that may now be invisible to you. So let us peel away some of the leaves of the artichokes that you are to find the heart by going into the idea of expanding your experience, not stopping your experience of doing the forest path in the way that we have described it to connect to that mycelial network, but continuing to enhance that for at least 15 minutes of your time, longer if you wish. But now going into the idea of the animal path. So first and foremost, we would allow you to become very relaxed in whatever way you find comfortable for you and your consciousness at this time. And allow yourself to drift and dream with whatever lights and sounds you wish to play. It's up to you. And to begin to allow yourself to open up to the animal path of the cryptic journey and the shamanistic experience in the following way. Allow your imagination to go this way now. As we describe, you can allow yourself and your imagination to go with the flow of what you are already familiar with. In other words, if you already identify with a particular kind of animal, be they the idea of cats or be the idea of dogs that you have around you constantly and commonly, that is all right. But at the moment, we would also invite you to open up to the idea of different forms of animal consciousness in different environments around your planet, around the idea of Earth at the time in which you live, be it forest, be it jungle, be it sky, be it sea, be it the idea of inviting in or attracting yourself to the consciousness of the birds, the bees, the animals that might be called mammals, the animals that might be called insects, the animals that might be called reptiles, the fish, the dolphins, the whales, whatever it is you're most attracted to. But I would caution you this. Don't necessarily choose the animal or gravitate to the animal just because you enjoy them. Allow this to be an experience of the animal truly coming to you, truly letting you know that they are there for you. And if it is something that you already have developed a strong bond with, be it the idea, as we say, of a cat or a dog, it's all right to use the animals you already consider to be family. But make sure the bond is strong. Make sure that the familiar sense is there, that they truly feel like part of your family at this time. Not just because you are enamored of them, not just because they are friendly and like to play, but truly because you consider them and feel them to be members of your family. So give yourself a moment to just use your imagination and open up to forest or jungle or sky or land or sea or savanna or plain or cold or warm. The desert or the forest doesn't matter. What matters now is that you allow yourself to feel, to stretch out your vibrational energy, to connecting to the animal you feel most bonded with. Let it come to you, or you can travel to it. It doesn't matter in that way. Allow yourself simply to feel that familial bond of love. These animals that come to you, or that you go to, or that you have chosen here in your imagination, you must be willing to truly hold them in your heart. Truly hold them in your arms, if at all possible. Truly find them to be a connection of love and light. Truly feel that you are in communion with them. Truly feel that they live with you in your family. Truly feel that they are a part of you and you a part of them, that you truly love them deeply, deeply held in that sense. Allow yourself a moment to feel this way and see what animals come up to you. Sometimes one animal may approach and it may leave. You may test it out and you may find it is not exactly the bond you're looking for, and that's fine. It doesn't matter in that sense. But allow yourself to go through this exercise of opening your imagination and opening up your heart to the animal path, and let the animal show you by the feeling that you have of familiarity and love and a family bond with them, that you could truly feel yourself holding them in your hands, loving them, putting your forehead to theirs if they have one, allowing themselves to truly physically interact, connect with you in that way, and be a loving source for you, as you are a loving source for them, a reflection as they are a reflection for you. Allow yourself to do this and take the time necessary to really find which one works for you. I already know that for myself, it is the gravitation to the fox in many forms that is mine. And it isn't even about the idea necessarily of being the same animal that you might consider to be your own animal totem in life. That can be different. It can be the same, but it can be different. So allow yourself to really feel it deeply, the connection that you are family, you are in love with this animal, as I am in love with the fox, as the fox is part of my family, as the fox is the family to which I belong. That it goes in both directions in that way, that you really feel that connection, that strength from heart to heart and mind to mind, eye to eye, face to face, with this beautiful, loving animal consciousness. Give yourself the time to explore this until you find that one settles in and one fills your heart and fills you with love and fills you with joy and expands your consciousness to see differently, to see the world differently through its eyes, to begin to truly identify in many ways as that animal, as the animal identifies as you, to truly share, immerse yourselves in the vibrational state and bubble of each other, that is, each of your realities becoming one, sharing that overlap, to truly create a third identity with you as animal and animal as you, to allow yourself to truly the time to experience these things in love and joy and relaxation, and to drift with each other and dream with each other until it becomes a kind of a blur, so you cannot tell yourselves apart by looking through each other's eyes and being in love with one another truly, deeply. And allow yourself that time to drift and harmonize and feel that love and that joy with each other. This is the second part of the cryptic journey, and this is just the beginning. For again, as has been explained, as you go through every part, it is just the first part of each of the 3 phases of the cryptic journey, and we will come back around again and again to take you to the next level of the forest path and the animal path and the elemental path, so that you can complete the circuitry of the 9 in each of the stages, the overall stages, the first being the cryptic that grounds you and connects you to nature, to Gaia, as your expression of Gaia, so that you can make sure you are anchored to the earth as you then continue on to explore other dimensional realms in the nocturnal and the shapeshifter and the sage and the wraith levels as you will want to be do if you have a mind to, as you have a gravitation to, as you have an attraction to. For not everyone necessarily has to go through the entire set. You can allow yourself to stop at being the cryptic. You can stop at being the nocturnal. Whatever it is that feels correct to you, you can do. For the path, the full path, is not for everyone, nor does it need to be. But we take you on this journey with us this time so that you become into the lodge of the brotherhood and the sisterhood of whatever it is you wish to be, of the spirithood that is you, into this lodge that we offer you this invitation for, to follow the cryptic path in whatever way, shape, or form you so desire or not. 'Tis up to you. And we welcome you with open arms and open heart and open mind into the lodge that we share on the journey of the cryptic and the journey of the shaman, the journey of the spirit and the journey of the soul in this particular way at this particular timing. Allow yourselves to be immersed in this whenever you so desire. Don't forget to allow yourselves the forest path too, of constantly going into the idea of the woods and sitting with your back to the tree and facing the water and deepening your sense of consciousness into the mycelial root system. And then also following this idea of the animal path and allowing yourself to drift and dream as you strengthen the bond of love and family between you and the animal that shows up for you in this way. So that will be the second part that you can practice, 1 and 2 in that way, and we will then bring you the third part of the elemental path in its first step in the fall, which is the appropriate timing to get in touch with the elementals, as you know, because that's truly, in a sense, what Halloween is all about. So now enjoy and revel and celebrate the spring with the animal path by going more deeply into nature on the cryptic path, the shaman path, the spirit path of the lodge that we invite you to belong to on this journey with us. Our unconditional love to you, my dear little artichokes, as you peel away those leaves and find the core and find the heart of your being that is so delicious. For every single one of you is beautiful in that way. We thank you, and we now turn you back to the Bashar, and we will see you again. For we will now be more upline, and you will be now downline, but we will be closer to each other through this particular journey, through this particular exercise, and we will become more in love with each other, more bonded as family with each other in this way, and more part of the same lodge, more part of the same humanhood and hybridhood and spirithood. Our love to you all. Blessings and good day. And give us a moment. All right, now as you allow yourself to absorb the information that Willa has given you and to apply it in your lives, in whatever way, shape, or form your imagination so desires and your higher mind guides you, allow yourself to know that you have been given this gift to look more deeply within yourself, to discover more aspects of your being and your consciousness, and to live in more joy, and in more love, and in more light, and more beauty. The beauty that unfolds from the center of your being, the spark of light that is the reflection of all that is within you. Our unconditional love and deep appreciation to you all for allowing us with you to co-create this experience this day of your time. Until we meet again, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Aveo.